We're breaking news.
UFC 295 is, well, it's not in jeopardy. It's been saved, actually, by a big Russian and British man.
Yeah.
But the fight I wanted to see...
And it's not true, Geordie.
The fight I wanted to see, that's gone down the shitter. Jones, he's out. He's, what did he say? Tore his pec.
Pectoral muscle, or the ligament that connects his pec to his shoulder.
So,
and Stipe wouldn't have taken the backup fight.
So, yeah, Islam, he really is a pound for pound number one, and Jones, just remove him off that list, the fucking steroid cokehead cheat. But this has made me very upset.
Yeah. This is literally breaking news. We just finished filming the UFC 294 review.
Man, I wanted to see Jones beat Stipe's ass, and
I wanted to see Stipe win. I still love Stipe.
It would have been amazing.
Especially after Ngannou Stipe won.
He is the most underrated fighter of all time.
100,000,000%.
Or the most discredited. Like, he just doesn't get any praise whatsoever. And
I think he deserved a trilogy against Francis.
He's just always overshadowed by somebody else. The redemption
against DC and both of those fights, and that knockout in the second fight.
I love, bro, that second fight.
And the eye poke in the third fight.
Yeah, send him into retirement.
Doing the little Croatian jiggy.
Yeah, send him to Chick-fil-A.
But yeah, Sergei Pavlovich will be taking on Tom Aspinall for the interim UFC heavyweight title.
So that is the main event now.
Yes, because what's co-main?
Pater and Yuri. I would make that main, eh? I would definitely make that main over that, especially interim title. I feel like that's a way bigger fight.
Yeah. But, I mean, let's be so honest. I think the winner of this gets promoted to main champion anyway.
And Jones would be...
Jones is done.
Do you reckon he's injured?
I think he's done.
I don't know if he's done.
This was going to be like his last fight anyway. He said that he said he's got one or two more.
Wait, okay. No, but what is Stipe doing now?
Stipe is probably not doing much.
He's got to be done. Because, like, if Jones comes back, he's got to face one of these guys.
What was Stipe's last fight? Was that Francis fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's not.
And that was in COVID.
Yeah, it was like 2 years ago. More than
3 years ago. Might almost be almost 4 years.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
So I don't know if Stipe was offered this fight or not.
He would have been. He 100% would have been, and I feel like he hasn't taken.
He had to have been, because like the winner is getting the Jones fight. So yeah, like what is Stipe doing? What is he getting? Is he just not fighting that at all? I
don't think he will.
But then he's not going to get the Jones fight either.
No,
but I think that is a high likelihood. What you're saying,
as he didn't accept it.
No, but like whoever wins will get promoted.
Oh yeah,
I think there's a high chance,
100%,
and it will be Sergei Pavlovich. Who
yeah.
I hate Aspinall. Like, not really as a person. I hate him
as a person.
Or maybe I don't keep up with him that much, but it's just these UK fighters.
Yeah.
They're just the most overhyped guys ever.
Except for Leon.
I remember, Leon. The thing is, I thought Leon was on the exact same track, but then
I was with Leon out of nowhere, since day one.
He's the only one who's actually been able to pull it off.
I feel like not always, but Leon was always one of my favourite fighters. He's the cream of the crop.
This fight's for my sleeping pills.
But yeah, do a quick prediction. That card is what, 2-3 weeks away?
Yeah, I think something like that. 295, yeah. And I think Pavlovich couldn't. I think he would just knock Aspinall out.
And probably sub one round.
I think haven't all his fights been in the first round?
Yeah, I
don't think he's made it out of the first round. Did the
Blades one not make it out of the first? I feel like it might have made it early second.
Might have.
Early second or late
Either
first.
Way, though, I think Aspinall is just... He is a good fighter, but, like, people are like, he's beating... It's another one of those guys. He's going to beat Jon Jones.
Yeah.
Like,
Johnny Walker 2.0.
People just overrating the skill when he hasn't... Like, he's got some good wins under his belt for the division, but, man, I think he's going to get... lit up in this one, and I hope he does. Because nothing more satisfying when UK fans just like when it happened when it was Darren Till,
Paddy Pimblett going to get silenced by
Paddy Pimblett. How many more
Tony
were there?
Ferguson.
There's got to be so many more.
What's the Mark? What's the Mohawk?
Chikase.
Mark Chikase. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I didn't even know that.
Neil Magny should be British.
Yeah.
I'll stand by that. Neil Magny is the most British man that is not British.
Yeah. But disappointing, because I wanted to see that Jones-Stipe fight. Who knows if we'll ever get that now. No. Who knows if any of them...
We've literally already said what's going to happen. You can watch this video in a year's time, and we will be sitting here, and Sergei Pavlovich will be fighting Sergei Spivak for the World Heavyweight title, because that's just what's going to happen.
I'm sorry. With Jones and Stipe out of heavyweight and light heavyweight are the just cut them out.
Whoa.
Is there someone I'm forgetting?
Taito Ivasa.
Oh, I forgot about him, mate.
Greg Hardy. Bring back Greg Hardy.
He's on the verge.
Why not just send Volk up on short notice.
Yeah.
He's fought at heavyweight before. Dan Hooker fought at heavyweight.
Just pass him his rugby ball when he'll inflate him like he's Bane or something.
Oh my god. But yeah, this is really disappointing. Not what we wanted to happen. There's not much else you can say. It's
not a bad fight, but it's obviously not
lucky
comparable.
this fight was there.
This is the only
Imagine
fight.
if this fight just got taken off the card.
Yeah.
And they were like, right, we'll book. Like, credit to both of these fighters for taking this on short notice. Because they're both going to have to travel to America. They both obviously live not in America.
Yeah.
They're both going to have 2-week camps. I'd say the only redeeming thing is they've probably been training for each other. Because they've both called each other out. And it's been well rumoured that this was going to be the next fight. Number one contender. And now this is for a title shot.
Yeah. Well, I am actually hyped for this still, but it just doesn't compare to what it would have been.
No, 100%.
But I mean,
greatest heavyweight of all time versus the greatest fighter of all time.
But there's still that other title fight anyway, so this isn't a bad replacement, but when you got Jon Jones on the card, it's just not the same.
This almost stifles Jon's run for greatest heavyweight, I think.
I don't
think he can now be greatest heavyweight of all time. He's still the greatest fighter of all time.
I don't think...
You don't think his 2 wins would have been enough anyway?
No.
What are we saying? Cyril Garner's still in heavyweight.
Yeah.
Going to be coming for whoever is champion.
Yeah.
Don't you forget it.
Jolton Almeida's
my boy.
getting up there.
Yeah. No, actually, this gives some credit.
It's all right.
It's a lot better off than light heavyweight.
Yeah. No, for sure it is. But I just think, you go back to when Stipe was fighting and there was Fabricio Verdum, JDS came. I just think...
And Francis on the come up.
All those guys...
And you still had a Curtis Blades on the come up as well.
I just think you could beat the whole top 10 now and it just wouldn't compare to beating those guys.
Well, that's the thing though, though a lot of those guys were... because they all had been champion.
Yeah.
No one else has been champion in this division except for Stipe.
Yeah.
And obviously Jon, the current champion. But I feel like nobody's even had a title shot, have they?
Barely.
Derek Lewis.
Well, I was the Stipe and...
DC trilogy.
Yeah, and then...
And
Cyril,
before that,
Francis.
DC beat Derek Lewis. And before that, Stipe beat... Who would it have been? Francis.
Heavyweight's kind of just been like that for years, though. There's been a top 3 who have skill and the rest of them are just power punches, really. And it kind of still is that, but, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of happy, but also devastated.
Yeah.
But I don't really have anything else to add.
Well, say goodbye. I truly think this is the last we'll see of Stipe Miocic in the UFC.
Steel big.
Yeah. Immigrant mentality.
Yeah.
And I also wouldn't be surprised if this is the last we've seen of Jon in the UFC.
Which, that last fight,
it's a good send-off.
That's not even a bad fight to go out on.
No.
But, the promise of this other fight...
It's almost
It'll be disappointing. I feel like he'd still have to have one more. At least.
I don't think he would.
Still, he's the same age as Usman.
I'm not saying he's scared to fight Pavlovich, but...
That's a big risk, compared to fighting Stipe.
Especially when your whole thing... And it's no knock on Jon because I don't think many other... I don't think Khabib would have.
Yeah.
If Khabib had come back after 2 years and there was I can't even give an example because it's not really the equivalent.
Yeah.
But I don't think there's a bigger risk for a champion to come back and take than Pavlovich.
So the thing is, Stipe could still be just as good. He's only lost to Ngannou.
Yeah, I just think he's been out too long.
Yeah, that is the thing.
To be fair, I thought the same thing about Jon.
Yeah.
Being out for a while, I thought that might have stifled him a bit.
But then, in terms of just his in-ring work, it's he's lost to DC and Ngannou.
An event. And he has wins over both of those people.
Yeah. So, yeah, but I think comparing an old Stipe to, the surging, one-round, massive Russian gambler, it's definitely a lot bigger risk to take. And, let's say... Pavlovich does go in there and just knock Aspinall with one punch,
which is probably
you can't tell me Jones
is looking at that going
because I'm not
the
too
only
sure
thing that goes in his there's no other contender for a title shot.
I'm just not too sure how good Pavlovich's grappling is, but I mean
really he's Russian.
Yeah,
he has to be good.
I just can't remember off memory how
I think he's just so big.
He is.
I think he'll just stop.
He's massive
and
he's just a brick.
Yeah. And that's the thing, in heavyweight, there's not really any... I mean, DC was, the last technical, proper wrestler. Obviously, Jon, but...
Yeah.
In terms of a straight-up wrestler, incredible wrestling, the next big thing would be Jolton.
Yeah. I think he's, top 5 now, though.
I think he's too small.
Oh, I don't know.
I think he's going to be too small, especially. I think once Pavlovich becomes champ, it's over. I could not think of another fighter that would be able to take out Pavlovich.
Yeah, I don't
Except
know.
for Cyril, obviously, because he's the GOAT.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
I would like to see that.
And I don't want to Magomed Ankalaev Sergei, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to be like, he's clearly the best, and then he just fucking goes and gets a draw and then a DQ.
Oh, yeah, that would just be the best thing for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably what Stipe's got to be hoping right now. This fight ends in a draw, and then that Jones fight's still there 4 months down the track.
I mean, like, yeah, this has just been announced, so we'll be hearing...
This will be the first video you see of this. I'm going to get home and edit this straight away.
We'll be hearing news about it. I'm sure Stipe and Jon, they'll both give their piece, so we'll find out this coming few days, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But that's probably it. It's breaking news. Beep, 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 beep.
Pow, pow, Pavlovich for the belt,
Yeah,
bitch.
don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.